think of it.
Let's earn our keep. I'll do what I've got to do. That's it.
Stay strong. We can win this. I'll do Stand down.
Take a breather.
Stand down.
Take a breather.
Stand down. Oh, too easy.
Please find it in your heart to help me. Teamwork is becoming excellent.
My turn. The stronghold's ours.
You called.
Take a breather. So easy. You're in peak form today. Take a breather.
Stand down.
Turn.
This victory is mine.
Take a breather.
Hope this helps.
We won't lose, no matter what.
Turn. Take a breather.
Pay attention. I'll repay you somehow.
You called.
My turn.
You called.
Take a breather. This is just the beginning.
Stand
You
down.
are equal to you. You must be returning with the energy.
Stand down.
Luck was on our side today.
must keep training.
I will.
Greetings!
Alright, can you hear me now? Everything is out of whack. Can you hear me now? Also, is the game overlapping? Is the Switch audio overlapping? Yes or no? That's why I kind of didn't want to do this video until I have everything set up, because I haven't used my capture card in like a year. Okay, is the Switch echoing? Yes or no? Is it echoing? We still have double sound. But I have to remember how to fix this, so I'm not putting effort into this video if shit is broken. Let me see here.
Say. Say.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Still overlapping. Alright. How do I fix this again? I do not remember. Hold on. I don't remember how to fix this. Alright, is it still echoing?
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
I can't hear it on my end, so I need help here. I'm not on OBS, I'm an XSplit user. I do not use OBS. Still happening. Shit. I don't know how to fix this. Yeah, I'm an XSplit user. I know, make fun of me all you want. I'm an XSplit user. Hold on. I like XSplit more. Alright, let's see if that fixes it.
Everything has its supplies of the lifeblood of any army.
I'm not expecting you to help. I just need you to tell me if it's echoing. I can fix it myself. I just don't remember how. Most people don't use most people use XSplit for professional stuff. I think it's better for professional stuff. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna put effort into this video until this is fixed. Let me see here. I think this video might actually do pretty well, but, you know, if it's gonna be freaking out like this, then no. Alright, is it still doing it? I might have to look up how to fix this. The XSplit's better for, professional stuff. The benefit to XSplit is they don't update as often, so your shit doesn't break. That part is good. Oh man, how do I fix this? Let me see here. Alright, let me see if that fixed it. Alright, still echoed, yes or no? Let me do it again, make sure. No, I'm overlapping. Oh man, I don't know how to fix this. System sound. Alright, am I overlapping now? Yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to not get tilted, but this is really pissing me off. The game's still doing it. Alright, built in. Let's try built in.
Supplies of the lifeblood of any
Is
army.
it still doing it? Let me just look it up. Yeah, I can't make this video until I fix this shit, so... Well, the problem is XSplit is a lot less popular, so... these things happen. I haven't hooked up this capture card in like months. I'm surprised it still works, but I don't know why it's doing this. What is the best way to fix this? Let's see here. course, I'm getting a bunch of clickbait from asswipes. No, I don't want your fucking AI mode. I need help from an actual human. I'm so tired of AI, man. They push it so hard, just fuck off. I don't want it. I swear, they put it in everything now, and you can't turn it off. I don't want to use it. Alright, let me see if this fixes it.
Everything has its use. Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Is it still doing it?
Everything has its use. Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
I don't know how much more patience I have for this. I can probably just talk to their support and fix it later. Is it still doing it, yes or no?
Everything has its supplies are the
type yes or
lifeblood
no.
of any army.
Okay, let's try this.
Everything has its use. Supplies are the lifeblood of any
yes
army.
or no? Is it fixed now? Yes? Did I fix it? Alright. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, I know how to do this, I just had to... remember, because I don't really use my capture card much. Alright, thank you for helping. I don't want to put effort into this video and then have it actually get views, and then the audio's all fucked up. I don't want that. Oh, well, this is what I sign up for by using XSplit. The thing that's nice about XSplit is that the updates don't completely ruin everything. That is the biggest benefit to paying for XSplit, and this might be a hot take. I won't be surprised if I end up in a cringe compilation, but OBS gets too much of a pass for being free. I get that it's more accessible because it's free, but the fact that they do updates and then everything can break really sucks. And with XSplit, I've only had that problem like once. And you actually get support. They answer pretty quickly. They will even, get on Parsec or whatever, or screen share, and fix the problem. I think it's worth paying for. I can understand if you're not making any kind of revenue off it, but I have a lifetime membership for it. And the updates, for the most part, actually fix things instead of making them worse. Like, for instance, OBS on Steam Deck. You have to do a bunch of witchcraft to get it to work in game mode, right? And it only works on an older version. So if I ever accidentally update, I have to uninstall the whole program, completely scorched earth it off my Steam Deck, and then downgrade. I actually had to downgrade it because the update broke the method of doing it. And the thing about using OBS in desktop mode on the Steam Deck is that a lot of games just won't work at all, and you can't get out of the games easily. So you want it to be usable in game mode, because that has compatibility with like basically every game. But you have to do like command line prompts. You have to downgrade OBS. You have to do command line prompts, downgrade OBS, and then all this other stuff, and then like make sure that you never update it, because the update breaks it. I just think it gets too much of a pass. I think people forget that sometimes paying for software is good. I can understand, you know, stuff like Photoshop, how ownership of important software that people make a living off of, you can't buy it anymore and it's a subscription. But I have a lifetime membership to XSplit, so I use it, and I don't get like a major panic attack when I update, and everybody that uses OBS always has to deal with that. OBS is great, it's accessible, but I don't think it's reliable, because there is such a high chance that if they update something, your shit just breaks, and that's what I don't like about it. Personally, I can't stand it. I've had that experience with using it on the deck. Like, if I ever accidentally update it, man, it's gonna be like minimum an hour to get that shit to work again. Yeah, I think it gets a little bit too much of a pass for being free. I think people have forgotten that there is still software that's worth paying for. People like to forget that, but it's true. Not everything is out to nickel and dime you. There are still some programs out there that are worth paying hard-earned money, and I think that XSplit is more than
Let's
worth
earn
it.
our keep.
Let's crush their formation.
Alright, let me know how the quality looks.
Victory will be
If
ours.
it's choppy or anything.
Together.
I forgot to get my tag pro here. This guy is OP. It's like the most OP character I have. Even more than the main character.
Take a breather. All we've got.
Kind of having to play really awkward right now because
It's up to you.
I haven't used my Pro Controller in like months, so it has to charge. It's charging right now, so I'm playing at a very weird angle. I'm playing at this really jank angle because it's hooked up to the Switch right now.
Doesn't look good.
So, I don't know how long I want to do this. Old man body is gonna hate me for doing it. That's good, thank you.
I'm dragging the others down.
Thank you guys for helping. I know people often feel that
You'll have to
only
take these
donations
from
help. Like, no, being here and helping me test this can be more useful sometimes. I didn't exactly spend a lot of money to do this.
Go now.
Capture card I already had. HDMI cable I already had. Pro controller I already had. Not like this was an expensive thing.
Are you ready?
Keep the pressure up. Too easy. Too slow.
Take a breather. Still improving.
Out of the way.
You are truly a force for reckoning.
Basically, this is a night and day improvement from the
Let's enjoy
Switch
this.
1. The Switch 1, the only time it would run 60 is like this. When you're the only character on the screen. That was the only time that it ran at 60. You're actually playing the video game. It was like 30 and below. But I really think that they made this game run uncapped because they knew internally that the Switch 2 was coming in like 2.5 years after release. So, it just kind of runs better by default. Alright, well, I think we're done testing this game, so let's go ahead and play something else. I got all the games set up, I just gotta make the video, but I don't have a memory card yet, so... I don't have a memory card yet, so I'm like really low on space, so I gotta make these videos and torch some of these games. I tried this. It's basically 30 FPS locked, but it's a hard-coded cap, so not really worth it, in my opinion. Because you can get it locked on Steam Deck if you tweak the settings a little bit. And then you also get Zmod, which adds the higher enemy scaling, and then the guard cancels, and the game speed. So, yeah, this game did not get upgraded. Pirate Warriors actually got a pretty big upgrade. Actually, I can just go through it right now. The games I've got that I've tested. I haven't tested this yet. Orochi 3 Ultimate will be the same, but again, you can just play that on Steam Deck in English now, so that's not worth buying anymore. It's not even 30 FPS, it's more like 20 to 30. It doesn't stay at 30 on Switch 1, it's laggy, very laggy. At least now you can get a lock 30, depending on how sensitive you are to that stuff. Maybe it'll be okay, but most of you guys are... You got the high frame rate disease. You don't like low frame rate, so your eyes... You might not care, but your eyes hate it. That's how I am. After gaming at like 180 for so long, I can't do, I can't do 30 anymore. It just hurts my eyes.
はい兄上共に勝頼様をお守りし武田を勝利に導きましょう父信玄が果たせず終わった上洛の夢何としても現実のものとせねば味方立てなし昇乱あれ戦国最強武田騎馬隊突撃せよ最強幻想を抱いて死に武田を地獄へ案内せよ騎馬隊がこうもたやすか相手に騎馬突撃は通じない信長公の首一つそれで勝負は決まる風のごとくに攻め上がり信長を討つ
Alright, how does this look? I haven't actually tested this game because I knew that it would just run at 60 because it was uncapped, but how does it look for you guys? Thank you.
ここで撤退だとどういうことだ信長公あと一歩というところで今ぞ後期
Yeah, the Steam Deck version of this game doesn't stay at 60 because they used like some they upgraded the lighting on the Steam version and the Steam Deck can't handle it. It runs at like 45. So it basically runs like this did on the original Switch, which was like uncapped, but mostly it was around the 40s. I don't have the tools to test the frame rate, but I can tell it's not dropping at all.
将を忍ばせていたとはさすが兄上ならば私は家康公を討つ信玄 元校の戦術風林火山しっかり受け継がれているようです
There's Spirit of Sanada on here, actually. Spirit of Sanada's on the Japanese eShop, but it's like never goes on sale. So I don't have that one. I don't have like every musou game. I have most of them on Switch, but I don't have that one. I would imagine that is also Lot 62, but I can't test it. And I don't really know that game very well, so I didn't take donations for it. Maybe I'll make a video about it next time it goes on sale. Weird, it's like TGS's this week. That game's not on sale. I checked yesterday. I checked yesterday. I'm like, yeah, maybe it'd be good to be thorough and get that. But that shit's like 8,000 yen, so that's gonna be a no for me, Chief. I'm not paying that much. I don't have all the kanji and stuff memorized like I do for the other Japan-only games, so I'm not gonna do that.
味方の撤退を援護する協力して敵を退けようまずいな流しの飛びガス山砦で味方が押されているならば火のごとくに攻め敵を退けてまいります木村また一人で危険な役目私も行く
I'm gonna tell you guys something. You might not believe me, but there was a chance I could have gotten banned for buying the Switch 2. Because mine is custom firmware. But, see, I was smart, and I didn't do any piracy. My sysnan was clean, so everything is fine. But, that was why I didn't want to take donations for this. I would have never been able to forgive myself if people donated even half of what it cost to get this, and then it got banned the moment that I went online. So I told myself, since there was a risk, I refused to take donations for this. It needed to be out of pocket. I guess I played it smart. I didn't, you put like pirated games on your sysnan, you messed around with like cheats and stuff on your sysnan, then you get banned. But I didn't do either. The only thing I used custom firmware for was dumping games, overclocking, and that was it. So, luckily everything worked out. But yeah, I didn't want to take even a cent of donations for this. I would have felt pretty bad. I'm already too hard on myself like this. But, that would not have been good. It would have been really bad. Last time, you guys paid for half of the Switch 1. This was like 7-8 years ago. You guys paid for half of that. And I really thank you guys for that. Obviously, thank you for the support, but the fact that I did it was really good because I got one that could be hacked. I got like one of the last batches of the Switch 1 that has the exploit, the vulnerabilities you can hack it. So, thank you guys again. All those emulator videos and stuff I did, it's because of you guys that I was able to do that. If I had waited even like probably a month or two more, I would estimate, I wouldn't have been able to hack it. So, I'm very thankful. Which one is better, 4 or 5? Combat in 5 is actually pretty fun, but it's not really a good game. It's lacking in content. The combo system is fun, but you have to play the game on easy, which is, I don't need to explain why that's stupid. If you play the game on normal or harder, normal or higher, they tick out rapidly. So the combo system is buns, unless you play on easy. It's okay.
天に立てつ世を乱す火種消そう
What do you mean game recommendations? Do you mean like mobile games or emulators? Because there are a couple like actual game ports. There are a couple actual game ports on Android now that are really good. Blaze Through Entropy Effect just got one. Dead Cells is another one. Skull the Hero Slayer. Those all have premium ports, and they're pretty good. They all have controller support. We're talking about real games and not gotchas. Those are probably your best bets. And then set up emulation, I guess, would be good. The average phone can emulate like up to the Wii now easily. Wii and 3DS is about the cutoff point, and then some Switch 1 games, but it depends on what you're looking to emulate. You want to emulate this game I'm currently playing, like Zelda or something. It won't run very well, but like indie games and stuff. You can run those on phones just fine. You can just get RetroArch. RetroArch has a mobile build, an Android build that you can use. And that just has all the cores. You can hook up whatever you want. That's what I would recommend.
砦を抜かれたか。だがまだだ。最後の一人を逃がすまで全力で援護する。勝頼様がいて兄上がいる。
It's probably not going to be on the Play Store for legal reasons. I know, like, they tried to get Dolphin on Steam and Nintendo shut that shit down, so I wouldn't be surprised. You have to go on the site. Go on the site and download the APK. I can help you with it later after stream. After I'm done with this, I'll help you. Alright, well, that works.
勝頼様はご無事だろうか。
はい、きっと。
I mean, Blaze Blue Entropy Effect is like probably the best real game you can get on the Android right now. Android is like 99% gachas and service games of varying quality, and then like 1%, you know, premium games. But the ports have gotten pretty good. I used to play Dead Cells on my Android. It's pretty solid. Otherworld Legends I would recommend as well. It's a good game. That's probably the best service game you can play because you can just buy the characters outright, and the max microtransaction is like $5. So it's a good game with no FOMO and no predatory stuff. And it's a legit good roguelike. It's really fun. And the run length is like 20 minutes, so it's perfect for like commutes or lunch breaks. I would recommend that game. It has controller support as well. I'd say you get that and RetroArch and Blaze Blue. You're pretty set. All right, let's move on. All right, so these two worked fine. Blaze Blue Entropy Effect, you have to pay for the characters. but I think you can get most of them for like $6. So it's pretty easy. Let's go back to when Tashigi was not a shit tier character, legit like one of the worst characters in the game. This is when she was a good character. One of the most busted characters in this game. You can get like right from the start, and then they gutted her so bad in 4. Awful character in that game. One of the worst, actually. I don't know what the tier list is for that game, but in terms of fun factor, she got neutered. How do they go back when the source material's got like another 20 years? They're saying they're starting the final arc now. I'm like, dude, they've been in the final arc for like 8 years. How much longer is it gonna go, man? It's like a legit gacha game storyline. It just goes on forever and never ends. Puts them in a difficult spot because you can tell they really want to make a new one, but you know, it's still ongoing. And Pirate Warriors 2 was very poorly received because it was a dream match kind of thing that had very little to do with the source material. That's why they keep putting out characters for the game. Like, they would not do that. I mean, if you look back at like the earlier Pirate Warriors games and like the Gundam Musou games and stuff, like they're pretty much putting like you know, game sellers in these DLC packs. But because the guy that writing it is never wanting to end it, you know, they can't really make a new one. No one talks about Pirate Warriors 1 or 2, but 2 gets talked about the least. Because Pirate Warriors 1 was at least, for me, somebody that doesn't watch or read this at all, I played through the whole thing and I watched the cutscenes, and I think it did a good job of, you know, I have a lot of real life friends that are crazy for One Piece, and I just never cared for it. You know, but I sat down and I played that game when it came out, and it actually did give me a good idea why people like it so much. But nobody talks about 2, because 2 is just a fan fiction kind of thing, and I can understand why people don't like that. That's a very hard thing to pull off. You know, the Kamen Rider game pulled that off pretty well. Kamen Rider game was an original story, but it was also set after, you know, all those character stories had ended, so they still had a lot more narrative leeway compared to something like this where it's still going.
地に無断で立ち入ることを禁じます。
You gotta keep in mind, Musou was exclusive to Dynasty Warrior 7 Empires. And they put him in that game, his busted-ass moveset, in that game to sell the game. Sell it. So when you think about that, you can tell that they really want to make a new Pirate Warriors, and they probably would, like, fix the combat and stuff, but they're just not in a position where they can do that. The One Piece fans really don't like it when they do a fan fiction ending. Hey, I can understand that. If it was something I cared about, an IP I cared about, I get it. But what other option do they have? A manga and anime go at a glacial pace, and it's like ending no time soon. I don't think they want One Piece Pirate Warriors 5 to be like an incremental thing. I think they want it to be like, you know, the series is over. The series is over, and they can just like pull out all the stops and have like all the characters that people want. But that's just so far away. That's not even within this console generation, most likely. At the rate that the guy is going, the author is going, that's going to be legit Switch 3 PS6 game. At the rate that they're going. Alright, how was that? This actually looks a lot better than the PC version. The PC version of this game is one of the worst musou ports that exists. PC port of this is really bad. Now that this runs so smoothly on Switch 2, you have to really decide if it's worth getting the PC version, because you can get the gold edition for like $6. It's like under $10 like all the time, but there's two problems with it. The graphics are like Vita level. Also, modern controllers sometimes freak out with it, and you have to go find a fix. Now, if you have a Steam Deck, for some reason, the Steam Deck, despite being made like 10 years after this game came out, it works perfectly. Like, you can run it at max settings, I think. But if you don't have a Steam Deck, this is probably like the best version now, because it's just capped the whole time. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Alright. I got like 2 more games to test and then I'm done. I'll probably make the video later today, first time. Luckily, I've got save files for most of these. I didn't play this much. I didn't play this much on Switch. This I finished. This I put an ungodly amount of hours into. This I mostly bought to dump for emulation, but then they just gave us the PC version, so... But hey, it's gonna make this video more thorough. Part Warriors 4 I didn't play that much. I have a physical copy. Let me see here. What else is left to test? I think that's most of it, actually. I don't really care about this because I'm never going to play this docked unless I'm using a capture card. So, I'm going to go ahead and skip this. Age of Calamity as well. It's a locked 30, but you can't go above because they were stupid and they hard-coded it to run at 30. So, unfortunately, emulation's still the best way to go. You can get the 60 FPS mod. You know, I haven't tried this, but I think this game is capped at 30. I haven't checked. I'll do some research on that later. I can try this really quick. Just run through everything, play a couple minutes, and move on to the next one. I did play this quite a bit, so it's got a pretty decent save. Not as good as the PC one, but decent enough. There's my Wan Yu's escape. The best map in this game. Where is it? Now this version of the game comes with everything, so I'd argue this is the best version of this game now. The Xbox Store, Microsoft Store does have wait, is it this one? Which one is it? It's this one, right? The Xbox Store does have a version with all the DLC, but you can't use mods on it, so it's kind of useless.
Lord Liu Shan is our ray of hope. We must rescue him as quickly as possible.
I shall engage you with no restraint.
This game was uncapped,
forward.
So runs really good.
Even more enemies are joining the fight. The men are sure to panic.
We're weary of you.
We'll capture the enemy's position and take the advantage.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started.
Sorry, but I won't show any mercy.
I'll let you go for now.
Don't think you won!
Wow, somebody even lazier than I am. I'm starting to grow weary of you.
Alright, how's this looking? I'm actually getting pretty hungry, so I kind of want to start speed running through this. Especially because I'm playing at a weird angle because my controller's charging. By the time I'm done with eating, it should be mostly charged. Enough to do the video, at least. How is this looking? I don't really want to play this game without the mod anymore. That's the problem with this. The mod makes this game so much better, so... Alright, yeah, I'll do more on that later. Alright, let's just get this done quick, because my stomach's starting to growl. What do we got here? Alright, so I did... Only ones I haven't done yet is... Pirate Warriors 4 and Hyrule. Let me go ahead and get my physical copy. These game card things are real shit, by the way. I understand why everybody complains about them. The fact that you buy it physical, and then it still needs to download, like, the whole game, is really fucking stupid. And that's going to prevent me from even remotely caring about having a physical collection. Physical media has been useless for a while, but it's never been this bad. It was always before. It was like the patches and DLC. Patches and DLC made physical media useless, but at least you still had like the actual game on the disc. Now the cartridge is basically just a license, because they only make like 2 different sizes of the cards, and the companies don't want to pay for a 64 gig for, you know, Hades or Binding of Isaac or something. Those games are like 4 gigs. So what's happening is they buy the cheapest one and then they make you download the rest, and that's just terrible for preservation, because it basically means when they shut the servers off for this in 10, 15 years or whatever, all your stuff's going to be useless. You won't even be able to play it anymore. At least with, like, the Switch, almost every game got a physical copy, so you will be without patches, depending on the game. I do have, actually, pretty much every game I have requires an update. I have a physical copy of Streets of Rage 4, that's version 5, and not 8. It's not 7 or 8. So, yeah, that's basically useless now, too. It's completely useless. Don't even say if I want to play version 5 it's useful, because I can just do that on PC. You can just take the big file and down patch really easily. But yeah, almost every Switch game I have is useless. I have a couple that are actually worth having because they have no updates, but I think it's weird that people are realizing how useless physical media is now. It's like, dude, it's been like that for a while. It's been like that since after the PS2 era, the final HD era, like Wii, PS2, Xbox. That's when physical media stopped becoming after that is when physical media became useless. But suddenly Nintendo pulls this stunt with they pull this stunt with game cards, and now everybody seems to notice. I'm like, dude, I have like a dozen Switch games in physical copies, and the only thing they're good for is dumping them to get the ROM so that I have like permanent use for it. You know, I can play those physical games with the updates when I'm 80 if I want to. That's the only use. I don't know why like the complaints are valid, but I don't know why people are noticing it now. It's really strange. I don't quite get it. Like, dude, do you remember getting a PS3 game and it had to install and it took like 20 minutes? You couldn't just turn it on and play it. And then it needed to get patches as well. And then if there was DLC that was big and not just an unlock key, you're looking at like an hour before you can play the game. You could legit like do your homework, cook lunch or dinner, drive to the store and come back and that thing's still going. Anyway, let's do a quick test here. Hello.
そこにいるのはルフィさん。よし、ルフィさんに挑むぞ。海賊の縄張りだったのか。今はここを通させてもらいます。
Rider kick. This guy is cool.
ルフィさん、どこに行ったのかな。
くたくた。腹ごなしにその辺見て回るか。射撃陣形。射撃陣形。
すみません、麦わら帽子をかぶった人見ませんでした？
お前のようなんざ知らない。俺と戦え麦わら。
あなたもルフィさんを、いえ、海軍として見逃せません。体が伸び縮みするなんてルフィさんみたいな力だったな。
Alright, well, this is probably going to be the worst showcase because I only played this for like 5 hours. And I played the PC one for like 80. The problem with playing this on Steam Deck is the shaders. Last I checked, the shaders take up like an insane amount of space. So I had to uninstall this game. Might just move on over here. We'll see. I have to remember how to break this game. I don't remember how to break it. Probably easier with the DLC characters, I guess. Quite have a good save on this.
ルフィさんと仲がいいみたいだな。
I only bought this because the physical copy was like $15 or something. It's like $30 for that and all the DLC. Not a bad deal. Plan for the future, I guess.
Luffy ルフィさんを慕ってるみたいですが、今はおとなしくしてください。射撃陣形。手強かった。でもルフィさんはもっと強いはず。
おっと、そろそろ船に戻らねえと。
しまった。
しまった。
ルフィさん、気づいてください。完全に見失ってしまいました。修行を続けていればまた会えるかな。
Alright, got one more game to test. How did this look? It actually doesn't look too bad docked. It looks fine portable. But upscaling it to 1080 is kind of a little bit ugly. But hey, what can you do? I'm on a 1440p 180Hz monitor, so it's not going to look good on my end, but for you guys it should look pretty good. suspend there so I can work on the video later today. I got one more game to try, and then I think the testing is done. One more game. Alright. How did that look? Alright, so there's one musou game left. And it's the one I like the least, this one. This is the musou game. I really don't like this game. It's just the combat's too simple, the boss fights suck, a lot of the movesets are garbage, and it's just grinding for the sake of grinding. I mean, for people who just like musou games at the base level, it's like an amazing game, but if you like the technical aspect of these games, this game has like nothing. And what little it has, you have to grind a ton and play with garbage movesets. I still played it for like 60, 70 hours, but I kind of just hopped off it. I'm like, you know, this just feels like grinding, and the combat isn't very good. It's kind of one-dimensional. Age of Calamity was definitely a big step up. The problem is, of course, the performance. They made the combat way better. They cut the roster and made almost everybody worth playing. But then the grind to get the gear and weapon builds and stuff was just as bad as this, but then it also ran at like 20 FPS constantly, so it's kind of a mixed bag. If you can dump your copy and play on emulator, it's definitely worth playing. I definitely put in another like 10-20 hours on emulator, but yeah, this game is kind of a mixed bag. I thought it was very enjoyable. The combat was so much better. I like the officer fights a lot better. There was a lot less waiting for them to become vulnerable, which is like the main problem with this game. It's why you cannot play this game without stacking for damage, because you basically want to kill every boss in like 1 or 2 cycles. Because the way that the weaknesses work in this game is it's random. It's RNG if they give you the move that you can stun them with. So sometimes you're sitting there for what feels like minutes, waiting for them to do it. So you really need to spec damage in this game. It's like the only way to play it. It's not like a lot of these other games in here where you don't have to go big boy damage. You can still clear everything. If you want to play for style or just make it more challenging, you don't need to have crazy damage. But in this game, the only way to play it is stacking damage. Otherwise, you're going to go insane. Because, you know, you stun them once and they don't die. You're sitting there waiting for them to do it again. It's like, it's what makes the grind in this game seem really daunting. Is doing that with shit characters, shit movesets, and then, you know, you don't have the damage to kill them. Hey, wait a minute. There we go. That was weird. Alright, let's make this very quick. Yeah, I'm testing Switch 2 games. This is the end of the stream, though, because I'm getting hungry and I've tested everything. It's the last game I have to test. Thank you for the donation yesterday, by the way. Gonna be able to get a screen protector for this thing with that, so thank you. I have not taken this thing out of the house, by the way. It's been sitting in my room for like 4 days now. Because I didn't have a case, I didn't have a screen protector. I'm like, I don't want this thing, dying on me. I'm still used to Nintendo products being unbreakable. You could give them to a kid who was really messy, and you know, I vividly remember growing up with children with the NES, and they would like have like lollipop gunk on their hands, and they would still use the NES controller and it still worked fine. Now these things are like really delicate. It can be like adult owned, and you know, you always wash your hands and keep it clean, and it still breaks. So I'm like really cautious. I don't want this thing to break. Supposedly these new Joy-Cons don't drift, but I'll believe it when I see it. I went through like 5 sets of Joy-Cons in the Switch 1's lifespan, so I don't believe that shit for a second. Probably just marketing. Because there was that lawsuit where they were basically they had to repair them like for free because of how easily they break. And it's like mostly adults, right? Like adult-owned controllers drifting in like a couple months of just playing a couple hours a day, if even that, is nuts. There's NES controllers that still work, man. From like 40 years ago, that still work. And like these are like adult-owned. They don't have like pet slobber or you know, lollipop gunk on them, and they still like break so easily. Yeah, it's locked. It's locked all the time, even in portable mode. I'm just testing everything right now. Alright, well, I went through all the games, so how did this look? Looks pretty good on my end. Lock 60. That's all the games tested. Mission complete. There we go. That was quick. So I'll probably just do this one for the video. But I gotta wait for this controller to charge. Alright. I'm gonna throw in a bonus game. Since there's quite a few viewers today. I'm gonna throw in a bonus game. And then I'm going to go feed myself. Throw in a bonus game.
Bayonetta.
I don't have a save on this game because I played this game overclocked. It's not surprising that this runs at 60 because I played this game in my Emunand, and in Emunand you can overclock. You can use sysclock, which is an app to basically force the Switch into boost mode. If you put it on the max boosts, you got 60 FPS like all the time, but you had to have the official adapter plugged in. So it's not surprising that this runs at 60. The problem is, you know, it's only like 720p. So on the actual screen, it's the screen itself. It looks relatively fine, but blown up on the monitor, it looks pretty bad. Yeah, this running well is kind of a no-brainer because you could. I played through this game overclocked. Like I bought the game and then I ran it in Emunand, and it was a pretty enjoyable experience.
Block off! Smashing! Your turn!
I won't include this in the video because I'll basically have to play the game again. There was a rumor, I think it was early this year, late last year, that they are going to do a Switch 2 version for this. So,
If I'm going
I'd
to waste
probably
time,
rather wait until then.
I'd
yeah.
rather do it in a nice hot bath.
Thank you all for testing, helping me test. That was pretty comprehensive and tested everything. Bayo 3, all the Musou games that run at 60, they're all pretty much locked, which is nuts. It's actually a decent chunk of them as well. You know, let me check something here. Is Spirit of Sanada on sale? I would consider getting that, but only if it's on sale. Oh, and wants me to sign in. Alright, well, we'll do that later. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll try to get the video out today. I mean, I'm pretty much all ready to do it. Most of these games I had pretty good save files. The only ones I don't have good saves on is Part Warriors 3, 4DX, and then that's pretty much it, actually. Let me make sure I tested everything before I sign off. Yeah, that's basically everything. Everything else I didn't test or don't have installed runs at 30 FPS in portable mode, so I don't really care. This is the only 60 FPS game I'm going to exclude. Well, how much space do I have? I might have enough space. I'll probably, I'll work on that later. I guess I'll just go ahead and include that, because this game is kind of interesting, because it did have a performance mode, but I played with, like, the sweaty tag combos and stuff, right? And it, like, basically was never at 60. So I'm genuinely curious, but I'll have to set that up. So that'll be the last step. Thank you guys for helping me test. That was fun. I'm glad that I didn't completely abandon these games when I got a Steam Deck. I got pretty good saves here, so I'll work on that later. I had pretty much not a maxed out save, but I had really busted characters on this, so I should be able to include like a full fight. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thanks for watching. And go grab something to eat, and then I think I got to combo that into helping my neighbors, so I'll be unavailable for a few hours, but I'll try to get the video out today. We'll see if I feel like it. I don't know how well it will do, but you know, it doesn't cost anything, right? The only thing I bought was the DLC for this. Everything else I already had, so this video cost about $20. If it can make even $3 to $5, I'd be okay with it. But yeah, this is a low investment video. It's all shit I already had. I already had the capture card. I already had the controller. Pretty much everything. I want to test this out next. Apparently this is Lock 62. I'll probably test that out next. Let me see what else is in here. Yeah, these were all the games I overclocked. You see how much I use this? All these games, most of these games I have like no save file. I have like no save file because I played them in my my emunand. Like this had a 60 FPS patch. This does. Warriors Orochi 4 does as well. Bayonetta 3 didn't have one, but overclocking, you could run it at lock 60. Samurai Jack had one. Bloodstained. What else in here? Those are the main ones. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you guys later today.